Welcome to episode 2 of the Villain Radio Show. We are back with the fourth, uh, what is it? The fourth incarnation, I guess. We've been reincarnated several times on different parts of the country. I want to welcome everybody back that tuned in last week. Uh, it should be a little smoother this week. We're not trying to do any live performances. I'm just going to talk some shit. Go through some shit that's been going on. We're gonna try after I go through some Corona shit. We're gonna try to get off that and go through some other shit just so we're not all bogged down with coronavirus bullshit. But like I said, welcome back. Shout out to Indy. Indy's producing the show in the background. He might pop in and out. Indy, I just uploaded another background. You know how you could pull me back and have like the background kind of in. There you go. You see us that way. I'll say Villain Radio at the bottom. Um, on tonight's show, I'm gonna bring in Keisha Cautious. We're gonna chat with her. I think we're gonna complement each other pretty well as we're talking about shit. Um, we got a couple people in studio that we might bring in. Uh, Bugs here. Uh, Syndrome's here. True's in the back. Bruce is here. I don't know if Bruce go by a name other than Bruce. The the dancing fool. He's just Bruce. That's it. Just Bruce. Um, Also, I want to talk about tonight things that people are doing to combat boredom. So go ahead and sound off in the comments about what you're doing at home to combat the Rona boredom. I guess we could say we are streaming live to my Facebook page, facebook.com/eShyStyle. We're also streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/nerdmixalpha. In a couple weeks, we're gonna have the whole podcast studio done, um, and then we'll be streaming live. We still got to figure out how to stream live from the app, from the XDE app. What me and Indy like to use is stream everything, and it's not really compatible the way we want it to be with the XDE app. So we're working out the bugs so uh, we could do everything in one place, so to speak, instead of being on YouTube, Facebook, and shit like that. But I like how everything's set up on Facebook now because we have the way we can interact with the comments with everybody that's in here, or everybody that's watching, I should say. So with that being said, uh, let's get into it. Um, I'm gonna start off with something lighter. Well, I guess not really lighter, but something not actually. I guess it is Corona related because they wouldn't be doing this shit if it wasn't for Corona uh uh taking the all the shit off the air. But I'm gonna talk about the Last Dance documentary for anybody who's living under a rock and doesn't watch ESPN at all. Well, shit, you gotta not watch a lot of shit because it's 30 for 30. Everybody knows is something that basically a documentary series that ESPN does. They've chronicled all types of shit throughout the years, but they've been editing The Last Dance. It basically goes through the last year of Jordan and the Bulls, their last championship year, and why there was some speculation on whether it was going to be released early or not after all the sports basically paused their seasons. Because, like, really, what is ESPN going to be showing right now with there no sports going on? So it's supposed to come out in June. They're going to put the first episode up. What episode 1 and 2? I think will go up. What is it? April 19th. April 19th will be the first episode, and it's gonna go every week. They're gonna release 2 episodes until May 17th, so about a month. Which they're doing. Uh, I would rather binge watch it all instead of having to wait every week to see the next episode. But they followed them for a year. It was unprecedented access at that time because you got to think in 1998 they weren't like reality shows weren't a thing back then. You know, it was just especially uh it was more of a was I don't even think was HBO doing the NFL shit at the time. Their little what did Hard Knocks or whatever. I don't even know if they're doing that yet. But 30 for 30, definitely. This is probably going to probably be the best one. Like I know it's the most anticipated by far the most anticipated. Hi, mom. Uh, my mom's tuned in. What a great mom watching her son. Uh, One thing though that I noticed, I'm in the back end on my side, so I can't see none of the comments unless I go to the actual page. So, um, I'll probably head to the YouTube page to keep up with the comments for everybody that's watching on YouTube too. But it's like I've been feeding for this documentary, like in ways unimaginable because just the energy and the way the city was during those six championships. If you weren't here to witness it, it's hard to explain what it was. And even though there's been teams that won championships throughout the years afterwards, it like the Sox won the World Series in 2005, and why it was dope that they won. Um, it wasn't a dynasty, and the Blackhawks created their dynasty. They won their what three Stanley Cups in 5 years, but it still wasn't the energy that the Bulls had because you knew at the beginning of the year that they were going to win, and who, if anybody, was going to stop them? I mean, they had Mike. I mean, he was unstoppable. That's the one thing that separates him and LeBron, and Kobe and Mike from LeBron because LeBron doesn't have that killer instinct. But it's a 10-part documentary series. It's fans really lobbied ESPN. There was literally petitions. Everybody wants a petition nowadays. If something's happening that they don't like, they go to change.org and they fucking start a petition and they start passing around like the signatures really matter. Well, I can't gauge whether this actually helped or not, but it it's coming out. So April 19th, I think it's gonna simulcast on ABC and ESPN, but I'm not for sure. They haven't really announced that yet. They said more information to follow and shit like that. So I I'm kind of excited about it. I want to bring Il Brown in. Let me see if Il Brown's available right now cuz if Il Brown's available, we're going to go into depth with this. So, hold on one second. This is when a co-host would come in handy. I got to get me a co-host. Um I don't want you to be my co-host, Bug. Oh,
They
and look who's here, Indy.
Yeah, they did say that I don't know about the simulcasting on ABC, but the following Monday they will be having it air on Netflix. So every two episodes you get when it airs the following Monday, those episodes will be on Netflix.
Oh, that's dope. That's for it to be on Netflix. That shows they're working together.
You only get to rub the lamp 3 times. You get 3 wishes.
He
Peace out.
said I only get three wishes. But we might come back to this because I do want to bring somebody in. Maybe Gene too. Eugene McIntosh. He owns the Bigs. The Bigs is an independent media outlet. They cover Chicago sports at the highest level possible. They're on the field at Sox and Bulls, Cubs games. They're on the field at Bears games. They're on the floor at Bulls games. Shout out to Gene. He owns Stay Humble Entertainment. Uh, uh, a very very big multimedia company in Chicago. But man, like everybody, I want to know what everybody's doing to combat this boredom. Hold on, let me hit up the YouTube page. Motherfucking who me? He ain't calling bullshit on nothing. Um, Hold on, let me Young send Keisha the link to jump in. We'll bring her in. This nigga said Keisha Cole. He said Keisha Cole's gonna come in. What the hell? This dude said this dude. Young's doing pretty good as a producer too. So that's I'm liking that. This hey, I was just talking about the other day. What I'm gonna do when it starts getting nice? That I gotta put my sweat uniform away. I got like 13 pairs of black sweats. Every day it's the same routine. I wake up and I grab my little lint brush remover. I take all the little natty lint off for like 20 minutes. Then I proceed to get ready for the rest of the day. It's not a lint roller, bro. It's the little blade cutter to get the little nap. You know when you wash like a hoodie and shit. Yeah, bro, it's best invention ever. No, that's how you get Indy to shut up. But okay, viewers, what are you guys doing to combat this Rona boredom? You guys working out? Are you guys spending time with your kids? Are you guys doing projects around the house? I'm gonna bring Edge in too. I found OnlyFans. You know what? Indy probably got about he probably pay about $120 a month for OnlyFans accounts, and it's probably all white girls. Who? When Jeezy himself? Because he was too scared to come around. That motherfucker was scared to come off the bus one time. It was hilarious. It was just Gary niggas outside. Jeezy wouldn't get out the bus. He- he's like, he's like, I'm gonna. You know what? Zach Gray. You know what? Uh, a lot of artists should be taking advantage of this, especially the ones that aren't essential workers, aren't working. You guys should be writing songs. Like, like there should be. It scares me. Yeah, I was looking at you, nigga. Yeah, yeah, cause exactly. But it's especially ones that own their own studio, especially ones that own their own studio. Exactly, exactly. I wonder who he's talking about right there. It starts with a B and it ends you with a G, and there's a U in the middle. Writing songs definitely, but here's what I'm afraid of all those songs that are being written and recorded right now. A lot of these niggas are whack. So so when the Rona lockdown is over, we're gonna have a lot of whack music. Bug is mean. You ain't seen shit yet. Wait till I start. Wait till I get on a roll. No, but let's see. Nobody want to come in this shit. Where's Edge? I told Edge earlier I wanted him to come in. I think Edge. I think Edge might. I wonder if Edge feels the way that I didn't bring him in last week to start everything off. Yeah, fuck all these niggas. Hey, evidently you didn't watch the show last night. uh, yeah, like yeah. Let's not let's we'll talk about that when Keisha gets in. Did you send Keisha the link, Indy? Yeah, okay. Uh, Keisha got the link. Hey, you know what? Let me touch on that. Let me touch on Gary Police. Fuck the police. Um, so Bug, Hollow Gang Bug, and Syndrome. Hey Indy, Keish said she didn't get the link. Shout out to G Wiz out in L.A. G Wiz was also inner, a very important part of the ESGN movement as we were building that up. Um, a very big part of it. But yeah, did you send it back to her, Indy? All right, cool. I just told her that you sending it right now, so she probably got you blocked because nobody want no goddamn messages from you. Everybody head to fucking Indy's only fan account. He dresses up as superheroes, but naked ones. And some of you guys might be into that kind of stuff. Probably the gay rappers out here. I'm not here to out them. Hey, what aren't you supposed to say? Here at Villain Radio, you can say whatever you want. We don't judge. Damn, blow blow. That was a good one. Blow blow. The blowinator. The blowinator. Okay, so Gary's. We all know Gary's a fucked up city, but it's home. But check it out. They pick and choose what they want to do. Like yesterday, Syndrome and Bug were urban exploring, which means they're basically doing whatever they can to not be rappers. And so they out urban exploring, and they go to they go to Lew Wallace, and they park on the street by the front doors of Lew Wallace. And if you're not familiar with Lew Wallace, the front doors face 45th. So they park there, and they shouldn't have parked there because they parked there, and their shit got towed. So, which is okay. Gary decides to do a job, and the only reason they did it is because they've been doing shit like that ever since old girl's body was found in the elementary school. So the body was found in elementary school, and they've been patrolling the schools a little bit more. So they patrol them real good because these niggas shit got their shit towed all the way. Now here's the thing. Here's what happened with Bug's car. Bug couldn't get his car back as easily because they couldn't find his shit in the system. Why? Because Mr. Gary Police didn't do his job and actually filed a report. So it almost was to the point where he had to pay for 2 days in impound because they're fucking with him. So basically, is what it was. Um, Come on, Keish, hit the link, jump in, and Il Brown too. Il Brown on the line all day until when it's time for him to come in. But Zach Gray writing songs. I know my man G Wiz is staying busy in California.
Look, I apologize. Keisha got like 40 million Facebooks. So
Okay.
I'm trying to find the right one. I just sent the link to Syndrome because I know Syndrome knows the right one. So if he would
Well,
please forward the link to her.
well, you could have sent it to me because I got her message box open right now.
All right, well, I'll send it to you then.
All right,
All right. That's wish number two.
that's not a wish. This motherfucker talking about wish number two, bro. You are not Will Smith, and this is not Aladdin live action. So there's that. Um, Personally, what I've been doing during the whole self quarantine, I haven't really been quarantined at all because I got shit to do. I got like I'm essentially working for myself. So, oh, there she is. Keith's about to get. She's setting everything in. She got the link. We're gonna bring her in, and there's a lot. I feel that we're gonna be able to bounce a lot of shit back and forth off of each other. So, that's gonna be dope. Um, Certain rappers. Oh man, we could be here forever. We talking about sorry rappers. Like literally, we'll name names, nigga. You know I'll name names. Hey, hey. They put out that bullshit. Excuse me, the Rona creeping. They put out that whack ass top 50 shit. We should do the top 50 worst rappers because there's there.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's good, girl?
What's going on?
Keisha Conscious in the building. Welcome to Villain Radio.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
Hey, shit. I was sitting here thinking who I should bring in tonight. Last week I brought Rick Gillian, and
Oh shit!
I gotta have somebody that I know I'm gonna have good conversation with,
Oh yeah, let's
and,
get it.
and it's got to be somebody that knows the industry out here, somebody that's been a part of the industry, and somebody that's went through a lot of the same bullshit in the industry out here. So I was like, you know what? let me get Keisha.
Oh, cool, cool. That's what I'm talking about.
So, if you will, if you want to run down and introduce yourself to the viewers and the listeners to give them a little idea of what you've done and what you are doing.
What I've done and what I am doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me a second because I'm trying to end this little live stream I had going on. And that's why I made a post the other day. I need to know what time everybody be on so shows won't overlap since we in
Yeah,
this little
yeah. We're
non-contact shit.
our business model is in shambles right now, Keish.
And you know what? And oh man, this shit out here fucked up. Can I cuss on here?
Oh yeah, yo, you
Okay,
can do
because
anything
this
you
shit
want.
fucked up. This
We
shit
we,
is
we we could cuss. We could talk about all these whack ass rappers. We could talk about niggas who don't pay child support. Whatever you want to talk about, we talk.
okay. I'm not gonna talk about rappers, but we can do the child support thing all day.
Oh come on, man. We gotta clean up the mess that these whack niggas is leaving.
Absolutely, but
That would make
what
it that much harder for everybody else.
absolutely, absolutely. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. A lot of people might know me, might don't know me. I am Keisha Conscious, Ear Hustling Entertainment, got the Ear Hustling Radio Show. The team throw with XDE the Edge. You know, we just trying to get everything popping. I think it's really crazy what's going on in the world right now. So the no contact shit, we damn near United States about to be a whole socialist country.
Yeah, exactly what the Republicans didn't want.
You know what? I ain't gonna talk about them folks. I ain't gonna talk about them folks. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about them folks. You know, but they didn't want it, but now they got it.
They don't really have a choice now.
Oh yeah, because they fucked up. They
They
let the
fucked up big time.
they let the corona loose.
They
So
tried to downplay it the whole time like it wasn't going to be a problem until they couldn't deny it any longer.
hmm
But we're trying to work out some kind of schedule for these shows. Like as of right now, we basically got shit every day, but shit we got to do Thursdays, Tuesdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays is the only day that we don't have a show. But basically,
well,
uh,
I will take over y'all Fridays then. Let's do that.
okay, we'll put you at Friday. The way it goes right now on Mondays, we got unpopular opinion with me and Indy at 7 o'clock. Tuesdays, Villain Radio will once everything gets settled, it will be at 7 o'clock. Um, Wednesdays, they're once a month on Wednesdays they're gonna do the beers and buds. That'll be at 1 p.m. Thursdays, the link up with Syndrome True Show and Indy Uchiha at 7 p.m. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Anime Assembled on Saturdays at 3 and Sundays at noon, A Plus Hero Report. So,
Okay.
and
And
then
that's dope.
and
Y'all got it
Friday,
lined up.
and Friday, we'll throw ear hustling in at whatever time you want to do it. If you want to do it live, or if you want to do it pre-recorded, so it could go into a time slot at a certain time, that's up to you.
Oh yeah, I'm with whatever. I know right now y'all can't see my video. I cut the video off because I'm quarantined right now, so I can't get my hair shit done. I can't get my makeup done, none of that. So I'm
Hey,
quarantined
hey,
right
hey,
now.
we all owe. Hey, you should see Bug, bro. Bug look like the homeless niggas that sleep in Lew Wallace right now. So, like, I haven't been to the barber in 2 weeks, but I wear a hat all the time, so it's okay. Um, but it's starting to get rough out here.
It is, but you know what? I look at it as a wake up call because all of us, we've been out here fucking up. Just all of us.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
we
just
def-
everybody. Ain't
yeah
nobody
we
been no
yeah
saints. All of us been out here fucking up. So I look at it as a way we need to sit our ass down and regroup.
that's it's the best thing to do. It's just how many of us are actually gonna do it. Like
Yeah,
I've been trying to do as least amount of work as possible. Like I haven't been booking studio sessions at the studio because I don't really want a bunch of motherfuckers spitting all over the microphone right now.
absolutely.
So, like the inner circle people are still coming and shit like that. We are getting some work down, some work done, which is great. But for the most part, we've been closed, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
outside the inner circle. So I've been trying to find things to do to keep me occupied, so I don't get into trouble, so to speak. And
Right.
like I took last weekend, and I really didn't do anything. For the most part, I stayed at home.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked, like literally, I'm smoking, I'm eating, and I'm napping. That's literally it's a vicious cycle of what's going. Like my nightstand is just backwood packs and fucking hostess fucking boxes, and
Mm-hmm.
and now I done caught up in all my shows, and now it's to the point where I gotta find work to do.
But I think I see it as a good thing, because a lot of us we've been like, yeah, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, but we've been doing running the streets and doing shows and doing this, and we really have not really had enough time to focus on what we really need to get done. So I think every artist, every producer, every radio personality, they need to just take this time right now to do your business. When this corona shit over, I think we gonna hit the ground running.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
Mhm.
everybody should be stockpiling shit. Like people should have enough music to come out for the rest of the year. If they're here's the problem with our area. There's so many people that want to do music but don't take it seriously.
Yep.
They want to do it as a hobby, so it waters everything down. It
Yep.
makes it waters the talent pool down, because why there is a lot of talent in this area, everybody's not built to work in this business.
They not. They not. I mean, it's more so of finding your lane. Find what you good at. Everybody can't be a rapper. I used to flow or whatever back in the day. I still can flow a little bit, but
Same
that
here.
what
That's how I started.
so find your lane and run with it. That's the whole thing. Find your lane and run with it. Okay, everybody want listening to your music. So okay, so find if you really had a love for the industry, find your lane in it.
Yes, there,
E-
there, there
even
there's all
even
types of lanes.
absolutely it is if you want to manage, if you want to produce, if you want to be a graphic artist, if you want to whatever the hell you want to do, find your lane in it.
And that's the thing. Like it's like I'm trying to find compare it to something that okay, something in the real world. Everybody want in the late '80s when the movie that I'm showing my age, in the late '80s when the movie Cocktail came out, everybody wanted to be a flair bartender because Tom Cruise was on a movie.
Absolutely.
So, and then what'd you say?
Absolutely.
but 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 there's a lot of other things you could do. You could go be a bar back and make a lot of money. You go be
Yeah.
a waitress and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like I got a friend in Vegas that's a bar back, and he easily makes almost 100 grand a year with tips. Like you know, and people don't understand how much it costs to be a rapper. Like because
Okay.
you know what it is, because nobody wants to wants to put money into promotion. Nobody
Okay.
wants to pay money to a video nigga to do their video. Nobody want. You know how many people over the years have just, hey, let me get a cover, let me get an album cover. All right,
I
Wh-
am so
wh-
happy you brought all of
wh-
that up. So let
you want the front and the back, or just the front? Oh, I just want the front. All right, 50
which
bucks.
one is it? Right.
What do
So
you mean 50 bucks?
I, you hear me? So I'm happy you brought that up because with artists out here, you have to self invest in yourself. You cannot go in the game thinking everything is going to be given to you because you can rap good as hell. No,
There's all type of niggas that can rap good as hell nowadays.
period. And I
It's
promise.
it's a dime a dozen now.
Hmm.
Because back when I started in the business in 97, 96, 97, like you really had to be good and you had the money because everything was still recorded on the tape.
Yeah.
Like, and if you weren't good at it and you fucked up a lot, it just cost you that much more money because you could only overdub over the tape before it loses quality a couple times.
Hmm.
There was no punch ins. You had to be able to go through your verse the whole way, you know. So
Right.
now
Unless
you
you're going to pay some extra.
So now just like I seen, you bought your little setup so you could work from home. Okay.
Yep.
So now that same setup that you bought, somebody else could go by and they could record music.
Mm-hmm.
And since they have that easy access, that automatically gives them an entitled feeling. Just just because
Exactly.
just because they could buy just because they could buy that.
Yep.
And they could go spend as little as $300. They could go on offer up or Facebook Marketplace and spend even less and start working and and and,
Exactly.
and flood us with bullshit.
Did I supposed to laugh? Because this was funny. But it's true though.
You're supposed to show whatever emotion you're feeling.
That shit was true though.
It is. It's funny and sad at the same time. But so many people out here do it as a hobby, and they do it to do it. We had a problem during the first wave. Like I'm from the first wave from with CCA and the Grind
Oh,
family.
oh yeah, we
You
from the
know,
first wave.
gatekeepers. Gatekeepers really kind of that was the first thing to set off this industry in Gary. Now the second wave that came up were it was a mixed bag of people that were talented and people that were just doing it so they could ride around in their car and listen to themselves.
Absolutely.
And,
And that still happens.
oh yeah, they're doing it for pussy and clout.
Hmm.
And what they don't understand is there is no clout out here. Like,
I mean,
like who you flexing for? This is like, this is Gary. Like as much as I love it, and I like for the past almost 20 years, I've been basically based on the West Coast. So for me to end up back here when I don't have to shows my love for this place. And
mhm.
it's the most toxic relationship I've ever been in my life. It's it's like that crazy bitch with the bomb pussy that you just keep going back to no matter what she put you through. And
You know what? That sounded a little personal, but go ahead,
yeah,
keep going.
well, yeah. It's my show now. That's why I'm moving my mic over. Get away from Bug. He got corona.
Hey, bud.
Keisha said, "What up, Bug?"
What's going on?
He said, "Hello, Miss
Hey.
Cautious." No, but it's the gift and the curse. Like everybody wants to do music now. Nobody wants to put no money into it, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand. Like to properly push a single. Like if you really want to do like a nationwide thing, like if you want to be hot and Gary, like okay. Like that's if whatever.
That's cute. That's cute.
Thank you. I couldn't even think of anything to say. Yeah, that's
And no,
cute.
no, no, because it's just cute right now because I don't understand Gary as a whole. I've been
No,
trying to understand Gary for years as a whole, and
it's a enigma wrapped up in a riddle
right. I
into
mean,
a math story problem.
it's all that. Absolutely. I do remember the CCA days. I do remember the Grind family and the Rick Jill days and the Will Skrill days and all that. I remember all those days. Hit Screwface and all them. I remember all them days. Gatekeepers. Just to name a few. Nikki Andrews. I remember all them days. And them days was so
Exactly.
bomb. Them was the bomb ass days. But now we have moved on to a whole nother realm
We
of
were
some shit.
me and Indy were talking on our show last night about the reason why nobody's gonna pop from here is because you have to be able to lock the whole region down,
You
and
have to.
we can't lock the region down because we're in the Chicagoland region, and it'll take a lot for a Gary nigga to lock down Chicago.
But you know what? I'm happy you said that. That's the problem with Gary. I want Gary to get out the shadow of Chicago. If Gary can remove themselves out of the shadow of Chicago, we gonna bang because I'm just gonna be 100. These 52 blocks and all these artists in Gary, we killing Chicago right now.
Oh,
Everybody,
we have been for a long time. We
yes,
have been for a long time. The last real Chicago wave of good music was when Kanye first burst on the scene, and him and Twister would fucking drop damn near at the same time. But
Absolutely.
like the young kids like to drill music and shit like that. But that's it's temporary music. Music nowadays is so disposable.
It's
It,
for the moment music.
it exactly. It comes and
Yeah.
goes so quick
Hmm.
that we don't get a chance to gauge.
Enjoy it.
Like everything's a classic. Everybody's in the studio making hits. Everybody got a banger.
Yep.
No, you don't. And the reason we can't separate ourselves from Chicago is because we don't have our own radio market.
There it is.
You
There
know,
it
you
is.
could argue. I know the numbers say otherwise, but you could probably argue that Power 92 is Chicago's number two station, ab- above B96. But where do they transmit from? They
Uh,
tran they,
you
they they
said
run the shows from Hampton.
above. You said B96. So we didn't even include WGCI.
Well,
I'm
well,
just be honest with you.
they're always the leader just because listenership, just because of the reach.
Right,
So,
right. Them
uh,
towers reach far with GCI.
exactly.
But you know,
You could be in
92.
Hammond. You could be in Hammond. You could be in Michigan and here GCI. You could be in Wisconsin here at GCI.
But I'm not gonna have step on 92.3 as well because I could be driving to Indianapolis
Yeah, yeah.
and 92 will get me past Lafayette now.
See, but
So
even Power 92 won't fuck with us, and the only reason they will is because they do it on Sunday nights with Raw TV.
oh
And the
wow.
only reason Raw fucks with us is because it's ran by a bunch of Indiana people, and they pay for their slot. They come out of pocket for their block. That's why they do it on Sunday nights. Who owns Power 92? Crawford
Oh
broadcast.
yeah, Crawford. Yep.
Crawford's like, yeah, here you go,
Yep.
Sunday nights. This is the block that we will sell you. And now
Yep.
now now that's it's not Power 92 showing Indiana artists love. It's it's Sean Dale, it's Real T, it's K Caesar.
Yeah.
So we can't separate ourselves from Chicago until we have our own radio market.
And
And the
we have but
and
it's
the
gonna be so
closest
hard to
thing
do that.
exactly. That's why it's never been done. The closest we came is when we had that bootleg radio station that was ran out of the harbor that broadcast for 10 miles, and Outfit had their own show. They had Outfit Radio that was on there every week.
Yeah.
That goes back. That was Bug. You're you're a young bug. You're a young bug.
Young bug, right.
You're a young bug. You're still a ladybug. You hadn't evolved into a praying mantis or some shit yet. But it just costs money. Like like we have a radio station out here. We have WJOB. They have AM and an FM thing, but they're not gonna
Mhm.
play anything. They're not gonna give any of us a show. So
and, and,
until
and
then,
that's even me reaching out to some of the radio stations out here in Gary,
yeah,
and I was shot down like, no, we don't want this type of music. It has to be this, it has to be that. But how are you gonna give anybody a chance without playing their music on your show?
yeah, it's exactly. And like I said for this year, Bugs like, well, what do I do this year? I was like, we have to get you out of Gary. We have to start expanding you in
Absolutely.
Chicago. Like
Absolutely.
I have some connections in Chicago. Like Il Brown is a very very good friend of mine. He's like my brother. He does a lot of work with Bump J and shit like that. So we're gonna start, getting him out into the Chicago.
Well, let
There's
me
an
know when
artist.
you do that because I got a little Chicago plus. I got Soundmaster T
Okay,
who
okay,
made dance too much booty in the pants.
okay. Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah,
and he was messing with the mercenaries. I do have DJ Sluggo as well. When I was out there in Chicago, when I was dancing back in the day, a lot of people know me from dancing. So when I was dancing with House of Madison, House of Rats, and Total
yep.
Impact,
Okay,
I,
yes,
I
yes.
built a relationship with a lot of those DJs because I knew I said like DJ Malcolm Walls, Cole.
Yeah.
So
Did, did we? Okay.
my fault, y'all. Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. We got you now.
Wait, hold on. Hello,
Hello. We can hear you.
can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Villain, can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Connection lost. Okay.
I could hear her. Well, I can hear her. she couldn't hear me, so she left and she'll come back. But like she was saying, like we need our own. And the crazy thing is, hold on, let's build a clubhouse. Yeah, basically, and we have a clubhouse. We have a clubhouse. There she is. She's back in. My producer will bring her in. Zach Gray, we say no one from here can will make it unless they leave here, but as soon as someone leaves here and makes it, we say switched up and forgot where they came from. Where is meet 'em? Zach, I know where you're coming from. I'm not one of those people. That comes from hate. And as soon as Keisha comes back, is brought back in, we're gonna
Back,
take her.
I'm back.
Okay,
Am I back in?
yeah, you're back in. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Oh my
In
God, why people hear me
Indy,
and want to start calling?
hey Indy, go ahead and hey, bring that Zach Gray comment up again. All right, Keish. We say
Okay.
no one from here can or will make it unless they leave here. But as soon as someone leaves here and makes it, we say they switched up and forgot where they came from. Where's the medium? Okay, I'm gonna break.
Ooh.
Now listen. That's you hit the nail on the head. But here, check it out. This is exactly what it is. They're fucking haters. This industry, and when I talk about the Gary music industry, I'm talking about the whole 2 and 9.
Okay.
Because it encompasses Hammond, it encompasses East Chicago, and we got people from Lake Station, we got people from Hebron, Lowell, all these motherfuckers are rapping nowadays. So here's what it comes down to. They're haters. Um it happened with Fred. Fred literally got his Interscope deal because somebody found his mixtape on a Southern rap website. I'm pretty sure it was Traps and Trunks. Uh, Ben Lambert, who is now his sole manager, was interning for Joey Weinberger, who was working for Interscope. And his job was to, this was at the time where blogs started um, exposing all the music. So at this time, from like 2009 to 2014, your career depended on blogs. Like blogs was a make it break
Mm.
it type thing. And what
Can I
happened?
intervene?
Yes, go ahead.
I really think it was from Adam.
And who? No, no, no,
Midwest mixtapes.
no, no. But
Gibbs.
it was Lambo founded on Traps and Trunks.
Okay.
It was Full Metal Jacket Volume 2. It is what so it was his second mixtape. So
Okay.
basically, $5 mixtape got him his $1 million deal.
Okay.
Um, so they flew him, and he was exclusively, he was no taming at this point. He was no taming, full throttle.
Absolutely.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
he was doing Mad Media, Interscope flew him out to New York, threw him into the threw him in the studio with Just Blaze, Polo the Don, Red Spider, uh, Murder Dog, threw him on the cover, did a big ass fucking spread on him, and that's when the hating started with all the old school people, even
Ye-
even even people
Mm.
in the no taming camp. Um, they hated that they were the forefathers, so to speak, of the industry out here. And they grinded for it, and they didn't get to where he got.
I can't agree with you, Bill. I can't agree right now. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I know people that, and we both know people that were all up in that camp.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it went a little differently,
Well,
without saying too much. I think it went a little differently. Fred, I rock with his music, I do, but he kind of fucked some people over that got him now.
yeah, yeah. But it's this. I'm talking about literally the first step of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything. I'm talking like 2000, like literally from like he signed a deal 2005, 2006.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about literally the beginning.
Okay.
Now how everything ended starting in like 2000, the end of 2012, beginning 2013. How
Hmm.
everything started to end was me and you will agree on everything because we've had that a short version of the conversation at the ready.
Right. Exactly.
So, but the way it started was um was the reason why Fred's head got as big as it did.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
so um everything was fine in the beginning, and then as he even mentioned it on a remix that him and him Seesaw and Finger Roll did. What the game that I love? I think it was off their domestic violence album, where he don't name names, but if you were in the group, if you were in the group at the time, you knew who he was talking about. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
all the shit has been squashed and shit like that because, like I said, this was 2006.
Right,
So,
right.
but
2006 to now. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's been
everything, yeah, everything changed drastically.
14 years of bullshit. You know,
Yeah,
I done heard his name in several things. You know, I mean, and I just feel like this. Just going forward, any artist that make it out of Gary from this point on out, please pay homage to the people that help you get there.
yes, exactly. That's the thing. Nobody wants to do that.
No,
No,
and
nobody.
friends should be the main one fucking doing it. You know, I have no personal beef with the dude. I don't know him.
He
I mean,
does
I know him, but
for the few people that rocked with him, but he stops outside that because nobody would give him the time of day. Like that's why he was the way he was towards everybody, except for the people that were inside the group.
but he had a whole crew. He had a whole crew from the crib. I mean, and I'm not gonna even speak on shit I really don't know about. I can't even say shit that I heard because I don't like to bear false witness. Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
heard.
be. I'm gonna do this summer. I was planning on starting a documentary about it.
Oof.
It's been long enough since it ended that I want to try to sit down with each person
But I don't
individually.
think so because I know a few of them that are willing to sit down and maybe sit down and talk about the shit and hash shit out. But then you have others that's like, man, fuck this dude, man. He done did some fucked up ass shit.
See that's where being me comes in handy.
And I hope so, Bill, because look, Gibbs, you need to bring your ass back home and get your people to fucking together. You know what I'm saying? You done made a way for everybody, supposedly, but you don't even acknowledge home. And
Oh, yeah,
then again,
he
they,
acknowledges it in his own way. Like
in his own way,
yeah,
but it's
I
very
mean
negative.
it's sprinkled all throughout his music. But
But
see,
it's
he
negative
does it
though.
for a reason. He does it for a reason. Like I do it to a certain extent too because I built everything myself. Also, there's a couple people that have been here since the beginning. But for the most part, I had to go out and do like it goes back to with me. It goes back to 97, 96, 97, and there's been a group of people that have always fucked with me in this.
Hmm.
CCA, CCA. I've always fucked with CCA from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Shy Trill, who C Mac and E's cousin,
Hmm.
he's always been a close friend.
Yeah.
So I fuck with them. I fuck with the grind from the beginning. Me and Rick have been cool since then. Me and Rick has still been cool, on whether it's been street shit or music shit. Uh,
Whatever it is.
you know,
I mean, y'all just cool. And
me and Edge are brothers. Me and Edge were there for the rise and fall of the ESG thing. And see, this is where I differ from everybody else. There's a lot of people involved in the rise and fall of the ESGN thing. But what a lot of people don't understand is me and Fred go back further. Me and Fred go back to before he was rapping. We
okay.
we had a mutual friend, Andrew Jones, the Reaper. He was a
Hmm.
rapper out here.
I
Rest in
remember.
peace. Rest in peace. He was me and Andrew grew up together. We are very 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 close. And when I say grew up together, like we met in first grade. Like grew up together. You know, we lived a couple blocks apart. We are inseparable. We did the fucking we won first place at the Indiana Science Fair in fucking fifth grade for lung cancer. Like we were best friends. I met Fred through him. Fred sold Andrew weed. Fred was his weed guy. Cutting well, not basically. They were also vice lords together. That's why when people are like Fred fake this, Fred fake that. I was introduced to Fred to one of the realest motherfuckers I ever met in my life, and he vouched for him.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to be like to see Fred in a different light than what I've seen him in.
Or
You know,
or then what you've heard, because and that's where I come in at. I can't really speak on him because I never had a personal encounter with him. Do that make sense?
yes, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, so I never had a personal encounter with him, but if everybody's singing the same damn song about you,
Yeah. Now, how everything ended makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I'm
At
baffled.
all. At all. It doesn't make sense at all. That's why I want to like it could have been like Motown in a
Oh
way.
no. Let's not speak on it as in past tense because there's still hope for us yet.
Oh yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
gonna salute Fred on what he's doing with the game or whatever right now for himself. But me myself, if I'm able or anytime I'm able to get an opportunity, they be like, Keish, okay, we know you know this, we know you know what's going on in the area, you know what artists doing what. I'm gonna throw some names to them.
okay.
But I don't think he did that. I really don't. And like I said, I don't have a personal beef with him because I don't know him per se on a personal level. We done crossed paths, we done talked it over, we done had a little conversation, blah, blah, blah. But me, and this is just my personal opinion. I don't care what anybody else think. This is my personal opinion. Gary is known for having bomb ass artists.
Yeah.
And
It's
and you
we
cannot let your beef or your feel and this is where niggas tend to get bitchy at. And I'm just gonna say that. You cannot let your beef with somebody interrupt somebody else's career.
no, that you just keep it moving.
Keep it moving. If
There
you're
there's
able to
always
help
going
a
to be beef.
motherfucker, help
Uh,
them.
Yeah, there's always going to be beef because it's like I put up a post the other day. Like I love beef. I love controversy. Life's not a fairy tale.
It's not. It's
You,
not.
you, you know, and it's like I don't like motherfuckers acting all fake around everybody. No, like if y'all really gonna have beef. Make your music, make your disses or whatever, and then like, or if not, let's do some kind of motherfucking boxing for charity type shit or whatever. Since
You hear
all you
me?
since everybody thinks they're a legend or everybody thinks they're a fucking icon or whatever they fuck
Hmm.
they think. That's why fucking I laughed. I laughed. Check it out. So, like, there's this whole. Like I don't really want to talk about this, but like I told Indy yesterday, like I don't want to talk about no local shit a lot, but it's an example. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna
You got to talk about local shit though. I mean,
it,
because right now we're living the locally way.
yeah,
So
you do got a point, but like with the Ace Tala and James Worthy shit.
okay, I'm
Um,
not gonna talk about that. So
she said I'm not gonna talk about that, but
I'm not gonna talk about,
like
and I'm gonna tell you reason being I'm not gonna talk about that
okay, go ahead.
because I rock with James Worthy as an artist. I rock with Ace Teller as an artist. I rock with both of them as an artist.
Okay.
I've seen what both of them can do capably on the music side. The personal shit with them, I never asked either one of them what's going on. I don't care to know about that. I just think shit need to stop.
Yeah, here's where I'm at with it. We talked about it last night on Unpopular Opinion. Where I'm at with it right now is why we're in this quarantine. I've been entertained by it because I ran out of shit to do.
Because it's quarantine.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but they've been going back and forth to the point where it's like, okay, you guys either do something or fucking like move on because you can only drag it out for so long.
And it really needs to stop because if the industry is really looking this way, they can be like, well, these two steady arguing with each other. But
Now, see, if the industry's looking this way, they're not going to care because they know it's going to sell.
it is that too.
If
That
anything,
too.
if anything, they'll add fuel to the fire.
That too. I think they need to do a double mixtape. Remember that back in the day, side one,
Yeah,
side two?
Yeah, I wouldn't even go that far because I don't want that much music from any. I don't want that much music for
Okay,
anybody.
a double
They,
EP. Let's
yeah,
get that.
yeah, that's a little bit better, because
Okay.
like you want to go, and you want to say quality over quantity, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But people's attention spans aren't long enough for that anymore.
That's true.
Back in the day, used to have an album used to come out, and even if it was a bad album, the artist and the label would work that shit for at least 2 years.
True.
For 1 year, they would travel throughout America, Canada. The next year, they would go to Europe and other countries and tour there. And while we're there doing all this, they would be working on new writing, listening to beats, and writing new material. And as technology progressed, they would record when they were overseas, or whatever shit like that, you know.
Yep.
So, or record on their in their hotel room, or record on their tour bus, or whatever it was, depending on the artist and their stature at the time, and what they could be get a hold of. Um, Now, you could record anywhere. Literally.
And at these days and age that we're living in right now, I know 2020 done show its ass on everybody. So now you don't have none but time to record and do this and do that.
It goes back to what I was saying, that music is so disposable nowadays. It
It
comes and goes
is.
so fast. Even when there's something really good, we forget about it, and
Yep.
then we revisit it not too much longer down the road, and we're like, oh shit, this project was really dope.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
But
so with
there's
like with
a lot
James
of
Worthy,
classics.
a lot of classics. Like James Worthy, he done dropped some dope projects.
See,
It's kind of
here's why I don't take their music seriously, or I didn't even listen. I stopped listening to their music. I've listened to one or two fucking James Worthy songs. I've listened to one or two Ace Taylor songs. And why I didn't dive deeper into their shit is because their online antics. It makes me not even want to check for the shit, because I'm just like, eh. But since we've been in this quarantine, I'm like, okay, I want one of these motherfuckers to go live and talk shit about the other one, because I'm bored. I rather listen to them talk shit to each other than listen to their music. That's how they've got me.
I think they both dope artists. I really do. I think they both dope artists. I just think they both dope artists. I think they just need to just let it go. Focus on you.
Okay.
Focus
We're
on
we're
you.
gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my platform. See, I don't like using my platform for good because I'm an asshole. Uh,
I know.
so I rather promote the beef than squash the beef, just because
See, and that's why I
we
didn't
we we we
comment on
we,
any other
we,
beef
we
because
we
I'm
need we
I'm
need
with
something to
Squash.
do. We need something to
Okay.
do. we
Okay.
need we need something to entertain us.
Go ahead, Rob. Let's see it.
So, but I'm gonna work on getting them both on. Hey, Indy, let's work on getting them on. Let's do Unpopular Opinion next Monday and have them on,
Both of them.
both of them, and let's see what we could do.
Okay, so you need to bring me on too.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could bring up to 6 people in.
Okay. See,
So
but
that's what it. Ace, if you're watching, James Worthy, if you watch this at a later time. See, but I don't know. I've never met James Worthy.
you
I
never
don't.
met Worthy.
No, don't know him. I just know him from his online antics, and what people that have personally dealt with him. And a lot of people don't have very good interactions with him.
and
So
and that's people that really don't know him.
it's I think a lot of shit that he does for the attention, and for the likes, and for the views, and shit like that.
I, and
I'm
let,
sure
let me
he's a
say this. Let
I'm
me say
sure
this
he's a
because
totally different person than his online persona is.
he is, and let me say this because I'm not sticking up for him and I'm not sticking up for Ace. I am like all the way in the background. I'm not touching none of that. I never seen. Well, I ain't gonna say I never seen, but I did see a couple of the lives from both of them. I refuse to comment on either one of them. Y'all just gonna keep arguing. Gonna box it out and then do a song together, nigga. Because I know that shit gonna be fire if they do a song together.
But if I could get them together, If I could get them together and work together, they could come do a 3-song EP here at Villain Radio.
Oh shit.
I'll
Oh shit.
I'll give them the 3 beats. I'll give them the studio time, and we'll do a 3-song EP. But it has to be a Villain Radio project.
But somebody gotta squash the shit.
That
Somebody,
and that's what
somebody.
that's what me and you are gonna try to do next Monday, Keish.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it
We'll try to do it because, it's all fun and games. It's all fun
because
and
they
games.
both done hit below the belt. They both done hit below the belt. They both have brought other people in that don't need to be involved.
See, the bringing other people thing is I don't agree with that unless the other person that's being brought in is down with it. But the hitting below the belt, no, I'm one of them motherfuckers in beef. It's all
It's
game.
all in.
It's
But
all
I'm gonna
fairs
say
and love and
this.
war.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave James Worthy and Ace Tyler's situation alone. I got love for the both of them, and so when you got love for two people, you really can't intervene. You can't say shit. Who am I to say something? I done had my beef out here. So
Hey, you know what? Yeah. Anytime you want to talk about that, we can talk about that too.
nah, you know what? That shit. Look, that shit. I'ma squash that bullshit under the rug.
I just be saying that because we don't like a specific person.
I know. I know who we don't like.
and
I know who we don't like. But
and you know what? It's not that I don't like. It's just like I got kind of brought into. I was already a part of a situation, but I got brought into an individual situation for no reason, just because
mhm.
I was somewhere wrong place, wrong time type shit. So,
Yeah.
but no, it's like we'll see what we could do with these guys next week. I'll throw the EP thing. They come here do the EP, but they got to come here do it together. We'll shoot an in studio video type shit.
But I think one of them in
We'll give
Worthy in
the
Atlanta
industry
though,
something
right?
good.
Worthy in
Um,
Atlanta.
yeah, I think he is right now. He is,
He
but
in Atlanta, so
I think he be coming back and forth and shit.
well, I don't know if I want him traveling through this corona shit. The fuck?
Hey, Rick be doing it. Rick just flew back he flew to Atlanta last week and flew back this week.
Ugh. And he probably got here in 5 minutes.
But he got a whole ass face mask with the ventilator and all that shit. He was
Right,
prepared.
you know what I'm saying? This shit, and just to speak on this coronavirus shit, child, this shit is real out here.
Man,
I'm in the medical field.
I kind of wanted to talk about that too today. Like I get man, girl, oh my god. There's so many people on my Facebook newsfeed that are just fucking retarded. And you know what? I apologize to anybody that is mentally retarded because that's discriminatory against you. Because these people are just like they take stupidity like they be sharing these fucking like these articles from like weird ass websites like thetruthaboutamerica.org or some shit.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this YouTube video by some guy that's just in his living room with like a bunch of dogs and cats and telling you about his friend that works in the government and he knows stuff that we don't.
right. So, with that being said,
I can't deal with it no more. Like this, I hope these motherfuckers that do that get the Rona,
you stupid.
like a bad case of the Rona,
A bad case.
a bad case, like Scarface, Uh, Willie D got a little video podcast thing, and Scarface did Willie D's show, and Scarface dealt with this shit for 23 days, and he's like, hey, this shit's real. Like I thought I was gonna die type shit, and I hope these motherfuckers get the 3 week version.
Not the 3 week, but
The 3 week version.
yeah, this shit. Look, I had to clear my throat.
Got the Rona.
No, never,
Get the
never,
Rona out.
never. Look, I mean, we done seen all kind of videos. We done seen how to get rid of it. Coronavirus been on the back of a Lysol can. Blah blah blah.
Well,
This and
people
that.
understand the coronavirus is part of SARS, and it's been around since like the late 90s. But this,
It go back a little further than that, but
well,
go ahead.
yeah, well, it's been on Lysol, I think, since the 90s. It goes back to the
Yeah,
70s.
yeah, absolutely. There you go.
But they don't understand that this is a mutated version. That's why it's COVID-19.
Right, COVID-19. And you know me, I like to break numbers down because me and my people, we break numbers down.
Yes.
19, number one, is the A, nine is the I, artificial
Yes.
intelligence, meaning this is gonna mutate. And that's what it does though. Everything mutates. We
Yeah.
we living in those times, you know.
Yeah.
Right now, if you get chicken pox, you're not gonna have the child version of chicken pox.
No, you're gonna have the bad version.
You're gonna have the bad version, even with measles, all that, just smallpox, just all that shit. Shit is fucked up right now.
Yeah, and they tried to. I can't do nothing but laugh at some of these people that be posting some of this shit.
Right, because I made a post the other day, like, quit sharing this shit. Talking about
Yeah.
close your windows at 11:30 at night because the government is gonna spray the air. They're gonna spray the air and it's gonna kill the virus. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm on. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing all this shit. I done seen a lot of doctors like, oh, make sure you got your face mask because this and that going on. Blah blah blah. I
These are the same motherfuckers that shower once every 3 days.
don't. You hear me?
That still be wearing basketball shorts underneath their jeans.
And that's probably why the Rona out here because your balls ain't clean. Or your little poo nannies ain't washed. I mean, quit bathing in the sink and shit. The
Yeah,
fuck?
take a whole bath on the way from one hole to the next hole.
Yeah, shit.
They ain't worried about chlamydia, but they want to be worried about the Rona.
Right. So now everybody worried about the coronavirus, but I did see a video today because I told everybody quit sharing that shit to me. But it was shared to me, so I was like, let me go ahead and watch this video. The
Okay.
little chick made a valid ass point. She said, if a virus can live on metal surfaces for that long, like they saying, everybody should have AIDS. And she made a valid point. Everybody should have something.
Yeah, well, a lot of us do. It's just we don't show symptoms of certain shit. Now here's why I like a week and a half ago. All I did, not this weekend, but the weekend before, all I did was argue with people on Facebook all weekend because I had
Yeah.
nothing else to do. But I got so tired of it because these people aren't understanding. They want to argue about, well, the flu kills so many people a year, blah blah blah, and we're not shutting down because of flu because we know how the flu acts and we know how to treat the flu.
Right, exactly.
We don't know exactly what this does or how to treat it. It just has to run its course. You're either going to be
Because,
strong. Your body's going to either be strong enough to fight through it, or you're going to fucking die.
or like you said, it's mutated. And
Exactly.
so they said it's like 8 or 9 different strands of it now.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I mean, damn. And then everybody, oh, the government is gonna come with a vaccine and they're gonna inject it in everybody, and there's your chip.
Oh my god. I know these are the worst. I've snoozed so many people that my timeline is like bare. It's just motherfuckers talking about their next banger.
Oh my goodness, you know, you know what? It's crazy out here. I mean, I feel like this is the first time in our lifetime we have really been on a quarantine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I mean, we all know what it is. Your third eye open, hopefully. Not you, Rob. I'm just saying
Yeah, I
in
feel you.
general. Um, Fall back. Stay in the crib. Do what you. Unfortunately, me, me myself, I'm an essential worker, meaning I have to go to work. I don't have to deal with the patients per se,
Okay.
but I am an essential worker. So they say because I am a employee of that particular hospital.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever. I could do billing and coding and claims and shit from home.
Oh yeah, because you made that post earlier about that.
Hell yeah, because I'm pissed the fuck off at these motherfuckers. If they can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh shit, here we go. Here we go again. Am I in the show?
Yes, you're in the show. It's just on your end. I'm saying it like she can hear me. I know she can't hear me. Well, we lost her. Il Brown's gonna jump in about 5-10 minutes, and we're gonna run back the last dance thing. We're gonna talk about that shit. So we'll have Keisha jump in, wrap up with her, and bring Il Brown in. Uh, my producer's hard at work right now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome back.
Okay. Well, it was not welcome back for real. But I mean everybody calling my phone and shit. Um so supposedly I'm an essential worker. I feel like I could do the shit I can do from home, especially if it's 75, 76 people in my department at
Oh
home.
yeah, definitely,
And
definitely.
there's only five of us left in the building. What the fuck
Oh
you
shit.
mean? And then you send me an email talking about, oh yeah, one of your co-workers had the COVID-19, not in our particular suite, but they had it. Bitch, the motherfucker had to get on the elevator to come upstairs.
Yeah, and we don't know. They don't know. Just like they've been like, oh, stay 6 feet away from people. And motherfucker said earlier today that droplets could travel 27 feet.
I'm
Like
over it. I'm
what?
over it.
Yeah, you know what? It's
But I am gonna say this, since we're on some airways, I am gonna blame Trump. China
oh,
told Trump,
oh yeah, man, fuck him. Oh, Cheeto in
hey,
chief ass motherfucker.
you hit me. They said, bitch, we sending you a Christmas present. And that nigga didn't take heed. First of
No,
all,
he just gonna ignore all the bullshit.
he ignored all the bullshit. But here's
Said
the
it was a
thing.
hoax.
It was a hoax.
This shit
Everything's
wasn't
a
even
hoax with
real.
him.
It wasn't even real.
It was
And
right.
boom, here it is. Niggas
Fake
dying.
news. Because it's fake news, right?
Fake news. Fake news.
But I think the coronavirus ended up on Air Force One. But with all that being said, he need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
And
he did.
now
Yeah.
and now you want to blame the Obama administration, but you can't blame the Obama
He's the one
administration.
that reassigned the pandemic team that Obama put together,
Absolutely, he fired they ass.
and then wonder why. Oh, then be like, oh, we didn't know what's going on because we don't have a team. No, because you got rid of them, dumbass.
The- You know what? Because he all about money,
Hey,
and
this
that's
is
the
a dream
problem.
for him. Now,
It
now,
is.
because this motherfucker today on his little update today, he's like, we're at war with a virus. Now he thinks he for real thinks he's a wartime president. Like that's there's something seriously wrong with him.
I'm just trying to figure out how you from Russia, but you're a United States president.
It's he's from fucking hell is where he's from.
Yeah, I mean he's antichrist.
Yeah. There's I know a lot of people. I know a lot of white people that was like Obama was the Antichrist. Blah blah blah. I was like, then Trump came, and I was like, oh,
Right,
are you guys seeing this shit?
right. And
I
now he got y'all stuck in y'all cribs.
y- y- exactly. I just seen. I don't know if I shared it. If I didn't share it earlier today, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Uh, oh, excuse me. I didn't share it, did I? No, I didn't. Fuck. Yeah, it was a very very funny. Oh, excuse me. It was a very funny meme. Basically, in 2014, I believe it was when what was here? People when Ebola. Uh,
Ebola.
when he said Obama should resign because something about Ebola, and there was like 4 people died and like
Yeah.
26 people had it. So Obama should resign because he let somebody fly into America that had it. But
Mm-hmm.
here we are 6 years later, and this motherfucker dropped the ball.
Drop, man. When I say drop the ball,
He knew
drop.
it. He woke up one morning and he read in his morning notes about this shit. He was being
Mm-hmm.
warned about this shit. Exactly what's happening. He was warned about it. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
You're like, whatever, where my money at? But now look.
See,
And then
now
and then
everybody wants their money. They want their little $1,200, but they're not reading the fine print. And when it's time to do taxes next year, and the government keeps that $1,200, they're gonna be mad.
absolutely, absolutely, man, keep that shit.
They get their and think if they got 3 kids, they get 1,200 for themselves and $500 each kid. That's
Bad for each
1,500.
kid.
That's
And
$1,500.
but that's something you push to an oppressed community.
Yes, yes, it is something. And see, the only reason that got passed because fucking the Republicans didn't even want to do that, and the Democrats was like, "We either do this or here's our amended bill. We're not going to
Yeah.
vote." And they wanted to give everybody with a social security number fucking 2 grand. And Republicans are like, you know what? We're just going to give you what we were talking about in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gets their 1,200, they get their 500. But next year, when they get their taxes back and they're short 4 grand, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, what the fuck happened? With your earned income credit, that shit gone.
Yep. See you later. You better hope you got more than 2 kids to claim.
You hear me? Because it's gone. So, and that's the thing. We talking about somebody who don't even file taxes or won't even let his taxes be available to the public.
Exactly.
But y'all gonna let him control or put whatever he want to put in y'all ear about how y'all should do y'all money. Fuck that. Your money ain't gonna bring my loved one back that just got diagnosed with that COVID-19. That's come on now.
Yep.
It's a biological war. He knows it. He fucked up. He dropped the ball, and now he don't know what to do.
All right. Yeah. 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 But this
But
is
enough about him.
yeah, perfect segue. Uh, but since we're all quarantined and we ain't got nothing to do, we don't know nothing. How let's see, how important is everything right now? I say 2 in quarantine, anyone forever leaving, 21 forever leaving country. You know what it is? No, what is it? But we ain't got nothing to do. And the greatest thing about this quarantine for me, I mean, I've been making pretty good money. Like I'm an essential worker because these motherfuckers are loving edibles right about now. So that should have been banging. And media entities are considered essential, and I do a couple informative shows to some degree. So I'm essential worker, and since I own the company, I could even give my uh I could give people that work with me their little essential worker note too if I wanted to be an asshole to the police. But uh the greatest thing so far about this is the fact that ESPN is moving up the um the um the last dance thing. I started talking about this a little bit ago, but I'm gonna get back into it in a couple minutes. My boy Il Brown's gonna be joining us soon. And me and him are gonna get into that as my producer brings him in and gets all that set up. But I do want to thank you, Keisha, for jumping in with me tonight. Um, and I think I might hit you up a little bit more to jump in and out if you're willing in the future, because I think shit could go pretty well back and forth like it did tonight. And I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear anything. So, well, that's that. Thank Keish for stopping in. Thank you for kind of basically co-hosting that segment with me. That was pretty dope. Uh, but I got my boy Il Brown backstage. I'm gonna have Indy bring him in, and we're gonna talk about the Last Dance because shit, there's not much else to talk about. Il Brown,
What up, man? You see me out here?
yeah, you out
I,
there?
I'm out here. I'm out here in the Rona, man, trying to stay sucker free. You feel me?
Out there in the Rona. Welcome Il Brown to the Villain Radio Show.
I'm gonna drop the mask just a little bit. I'm also out here robbing niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's dual purpose. You know what I'm saying? But
but
yeah, man. Last Dance is coming April
we
19th. Are you excited?
yeah, we talked about this when all this stuff started popping off. So I'm glad it kind of we thought it kind of far fetched at the beginning, but really, like, they don't have nothing to play, nothing that's gonna keep ratings up anyway. I don't like the fact that they're like, I don't like the breakdown. I don't want to wait a month to watch all 10 episodes.
Yeah,
But
they did
they
throw
they,
us a
they got
curveball with that, but I'll take it.
yeah, because they have to. They got to have some type of content because we don't know what's going to be going on then.
Yeah, man, I don't see this shit in no time soon, man. I keep seeing motherfuckers outside, man. Stay your dumb ass at home. Like,
I know I'm one of those people that be outside though, but I always got to go get something, and it's not like I'm just outside to be outside. It's
but
like,
that's what I'm
oh
saying. You outside with a purpose, man. Like, I
yeah,
gotta be, we run to the store and stuff like that, and then we go the fuck back home. I'm talking about motherfuckers just outside. Like right now, this motherfucker just outside. Like, what are you doing, fam?
walking the
Just standing on the
dog,
block.
motherfuckers jogging and shit. Like,
Stay your goof ass home, man.
buy a treadmill.
By a
But I, wa-
treadmill.
but I wanted to
Run in
bring
place.
do some burpees.
Something
But
in the house.
I wanted to bring somebody in that was a looking forward to it as much as I was, and somebody that was well versed and was around to see everything go down and know what the fuck to talk about also. Um,
Man, not only was I around, man, I was running down the street with a motherfucking couch strapped to my back and a hair dryer under my arm, like motherfucking Bo Jackson.
that was
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yep. That was that time for sure. But it was like I was talking earlier, I started talking about this for a little bit earlier, and I stopped because I wanted to wait till you got back to me whether you wanted to jump in or not. But it was really unprecedented at that time to have a camera crew following you around like that. You know, like this was 1998, and I don't even know if fucking I don't even know if HBO was doing that hard knock shit yet at that time.
Nah,
Uh,
not yet.
you know,
I
so
know if they was doing hard knocks. It wasn't around just
exactly.
yet.
So or what were they doing before that? The season was it called the season or whatever?
Yeah, that's
But
exactly what we're doing. But
but
they had real limited access, man. Like this last dance shit is like in the trenches with them, man. Like
and it's crazy that it's been in the making for so long. Here it is. It's coming out. It's 2020. This happened in 1998. It's 22 years
22 years in the making, man.
until they give it to us. That just shows like how much material they had to whittle it down to
Oh
10
man,
hours. And not only is this 10 hours, this is also 10 hours with edited down for with to add commercials and shit like that too. So we're not getting
absolutely.
we're not getting a true 10 hours of fucking of Jeff and the supporting cast.
Oh, big facts, man. Like, but I think what we getting is gonna be grade A beef filet mignon, the bacon wrap joints. You
I'm
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
I'm interested in seeing what I'm going to learn from this. What 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 are they showing us that we don't know? Because we have unlimited access to locker rooms nowadays basically, you know. Every there's nothing that stays in the locker room anymore cuz players leak shit or somebody says something on social media subliminally or some shit. Like back then we didn't know anything. We had an idea like somebody might not be talking to somebody on the team or might be some kind of fucking so some kind of beef brewing or some shit like that, but for the most part shit was pretty quiet. But it was also a different era where you went out and you played hard every night no matter what. And then did we lose somebody again? I really do not like StreamYard tonight. And I wonder if this is something because he's on a phone too. I wonder if it's a phone thing and people getting like messages and some shit on a phone. Hold on, back in as I'm trying to type and fucking talk at the same time. But yeah, there's shit spread so fast nowadays because social media. Before back in the day, nobody knew what was going on unless they read a newspaper. Um, or it was actually picked up on the news, and it would either be the late night news, the 10 o'clock news, or it would be first thing in the morning at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, depending if you watched NBC, ABC, CBS, or WGN, or what have you. But nowadays, if something happens, that news station is on Facebook. They have a Facebook page, so there's a reporter going live covering that story right now, and it may be a story that wouldn't even get very much publicity back in the day, because there was only so much that was in a newspaper. There's only so much they could fit in the half-hour news broadcast. So it was a whole lot different. Oh, well, welcome. Hey, Indy just jumped in live from the bedroom, and he did not mean to do that shit. But it's it's a whole different news cycle. Like I've been based on the West Coast exclusively for almost 10 years now. I just recently came back to the Midwest. And I'm saying that to tell you that people look at Chicago as a very bad place, because all the murders that have been taking place over the past 5 years or so. But what they don't understand is they could go back and search the crime records, and Chicago was way worse from 1979 to 1999, where they averaged almost 700 murders a year. So the little 400 or 500 murders, why it's bad on the level that it was, any murder is bad. I mean, unless the person deserved it. That's another show, another story, another topic. But the media sensationalizes it now because is there's so much media to access at any given time. You can pull up your phone right now, and there's some kind of live broadcast or some kind of news somewhere in America. Um, there's so many websites, like I was talking earlier with Keisha. People share these articles, which are supposed to be true articles, but it's basically just somebody's opinion on what's going to happen. I don't want to all box them into being conspiracy theorists, but a lot of them are talk about the same shit that conspiracy theorists talk about. It's shit there's nothing can be proven or anything like that. So they just take it and they run with it. And everybody has a voice now. Everybody could do a podcast. Everybody could do have a blog. Um, all that type shit. So there's just so much shit. It's hard to sift through it and find what's credible and what's not. And everybody finds what fits their narrative and what they want to be true, and that's what they share. And it just builds a false narrative on whatever the subject is. Whether it's what's happened with coronavirus or shit like that, or whether it's anything that happened with anything in the past. So, like Chicago routinely had 600, 700 murders from 79 to 99. You could Google the crime stats. The murders have always been up there. But with the advent of social media and the way things can spread so fast, people that wouldn't normally watch news are now informed about shit that's going on around them when they're oblivious to the fact before. You know, um, People think heroin is a big deal right now. Heroin was a lot bigger in the 70s and 80s and the early 90s, especially on the west side of Chicago. Um, it's the comeback that it's made now is more in middle class areas and rural um, southern areas where meth has been the primarily drug of choice for the past 10, 15 years, because it's very easy to get in the South, and a little goes a long way. If you don't know anybody that's been on meth or does meth, it's these motherfuckers. They give crackheads a run for the money with the shit they be doing when they be high. Like these motherfuckers pop off a couple lines and they be high for like 26 hours, and they'll be doing all types of projects. I lived in Vegas for a long time, and I met a lot of tweakers, and these motherfuckers will build you a whole ass motherfucking house, and like it might not be a safe house that you want to live in, and it's everything stolen. But they'll build you some type of place you could live in. Um, but like I was talking about the Last Dance, like I wanted to get into, but probably won't get into it because Il Brown won't be able to jump back in, and we're already at the hour and 30 mark. And the object of these shows is to entertain and inform you on some shit for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into conversations going good. But again, week two technical difficulties. But last week we weren't able to do the performances, and that was my fault because I didn't test everything I should have tested. I just thought theoretically the way it should work, that it was going to work that way. But in this business, you should know that everything's Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong to try to deter you from your path. But shit, I'll sit on this motherfucker with my camera phone and my mic on my camera and do the show. I don't give a fuck. Whether I'm doing this show or I'm sitting around with anybody in the inner circle, whether it's Bug or True or OMOB or Indie or Rome or Critical or whatever. This is what I do on a daily basis. I smoke my backwoods and I talk shit. And like the basis of unpopular opinion that me and Indie do on Monday nights, um, I like to I like to keep it where he comes with his unpopular opinion, and my opinion is kind of based on factual things. Um, but here it's just kind of a free for all, and we're starting to find our groove in week two. Next week it'll be more segmented. I try to break everything down to 15-minute segments, but there's not a lot of news in the news cycle. Not even stuff um, that I even really want to get into because everything's basically coronavirus this, coronavirus that. Um, all we're doing is sharing memes and watching the fucking Tiger King and Ozark season three. You know, that's basically everybody on my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter feed is basically and Snapchat based. They're all doing the same shit. We're all collectively watching the Tiger King, except Indy. I'm waiting. Indy's got his camera off, so he's just in the background doing the producing the show. But Indy ain't watching no goddamn Tiger King. I know that much. Um, but it's funny that that the object of Tiger King was to make Joe Exotic look like he abused animals, him and Doc, and paint the Carol bitch in a positive light. And what it did was made fucking Joe Exotic a fucking celebrity, overnight celebrity, and everybody likes Doc because he's married to a couple of different bitches, and everybody thinks Carol fed her missing husband to the fucking tigers and shit. So, boy, did that fucking backfire. That is not what they intended, but excuse me. It makes for some good TV because I've already caught up with everything. The only thing I got left to catch up on is Ozark 3, season 3, and I don't really want to get into it right away because then what the fuck am I gonna watch? I'm gonna have to start rewatching Sopranos. I just rewatched The Wire like fucking 3 months ago, so I'm not ready to rewatch that yet. So it'll probably be The Sopranos. I just rewatched Sons of Anarchy like in November and December. So guess I'll read a couple books. Artist. No matter what you do, what your medium is as an artist, please take this time to your advantage and work on something. If you're a painter, paint. If you draw some shit. If you're a writer, write. And I'm really saying this to talk to myself because first and foremost, I'm a writer, and I got a big project that I've been procrastinating on, and it's almost to the point where I'm gonna miss the deadline. While there's two deadlines. There's a self-imposed deadline and there's a real deadline. The self-imposed deadline is approaching quickly. So, but if you're a non-essential worker and you're at home and you don't have kids driving you crazy, work on something. You know, whatever it is. Don't necessarily put it out because it might be trash. Um, if you want to, you could hit my inbox. Uh, give you the email villainradiollc@gmail.com. Any quarantine music you make, send here. I'll warn you, we will play it on the show, and if it's bad, we will talk hella shit about you. So bad. But we will play it. We'll give you some kind of shine. Now, what happens after the song? Because if it's trash, we're not going to play it all the way through. We're going to give it a little play, and then that's going to be it. And then you about to get made fun of. So if you sensitive and you're going to go online and cry about it after the fact, I'll warn you now. Send your best shit only because I will go the fuck in. And I'm not just some other nigga with an opinion. Like this is my profession. Whether it's been for publications such as Double XL, Vibe magazine, Murder Dog, online outlets such as Rap Radar, Global Grind, Vlad TV, Villain Radio. These are places that have paid me for to critique and review music ever since 2009. From 2008 to 2012, I was lead writer at Vlad TV. I've interviewed everybody that you could possibly think of, so this it's nothing new to me, and I will gladly review your shit, and I will even pick 3 songs to review every week and no charge. You're like, you don't even pay me, so you just got to make sure it's really good, or you're gonna be really, really, really roasted, like no holds bar type shit. Like, and you got to remember the episode lives forever because it may be live now, but afterwards, after it ends, it's edited down and it'll be put on my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to go back and watch it. It'll play on XDE TV. You'll be able to watch it. You can get the audio. I'll be putting audio probably on SoundCloud or some shit. So you better hope you come with the real music, real good shit. Because if not, we're gonna laugh at you. And I'll call you. I'll bring you in. You could be next to me on the screen, and it might be a wrap. But Indy's feeling some type of way because he just messaged me and said wrap it up. So we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of the Villain Radio Show, volume 4. What Villain Radio Show volume 4, episode 2, or I don't fucking know what it is. Um, but we will be back next week. New time next week. Since Indy made the damn fucking graphics already. I know it's easy for him to change it, but 7 o'clock's a good time, or maybe 8, just in case essential people, got to get home from work and eat dinner and you know get annoyed with their kids or some shit before they tune in. We'll discuss it and we'll announce it on the Unpopular Opinion podcast. But thanks for tuning in. Villain Radio. Fuck off.